Taking to Twitter, John Cleese posted a forthright message that asked, "Can anyone, including BBC employees, tell me why the BBC has not shown Monty Python for a couple of decades?" Fans flocked to his page to give him the answer, and some mocked him mercilessly with their responses. One fan wrote, "Because they don't own the license, John Cleese." Another added, "If you'd been brighter, John, you'd retain your own rights, but you're not, so you didn't. Netflix owns you and Monty." While a third tweeted, "Can anyone tell me how John Cleese, including his accountant or agent, doesn't know that the BBC showed Monty Python back in 2019 for the 50th anniversary, then Netflix bought the rights to show it in the UK." Escape to the Shadows. Dick Strawbridge tells wife to go. However, some fans supported John's post and felt the classic needed to be back on the BBC, with a fan posting, "Monty Python was and still is a show far ahead of its time." While another tweeted, "I love it, John, but it is very much of its time. People will rediscover the material in good time because it was very good." Monty Python and the Flying Circus was a popular TV sketch series that was commissioned and aired on the BBC in 1969. The show started as a comedy troupe made up of John Cleese, Michael Palin, Eric Idle, Terry Gilliam, the late Terry Jones, and Graham Chapman. They made their first series of Monty Python's Flying Circus for the BBC in 1969 and went on to make 45 episodes across 4 series for the corporation. The Pythons also made 5 feature films, including Monty Python and the Holy Grail in 1975 and Monty Python's Life of Brian in 1979. Don't miss, Death in Paradise's Christmas special sparks uproar over format change. Meghan and Harry may be banished as reconciliation unlikely. Christine McGuinness and ex-Patty back together at Christmas for Kids. John, who was a founding member of six-piece comedy troupe, would have had to have given his consent to Netflix obtaining the rights back in 2019. So some fans are bewildered at why John would have posted such a tweet. The deal included giving Netflix the rights to air all of their movies, collections, and specials. Earlier this year, the star admitted that even though his illustrious career spans over 7 decades, he is not as wealthy as his fans think he is. During his time as part of Monty Python, the star claims that the group was paid just £4,000 per series by the BBC for the comedy sketch show. John also said he was paid just £6,000 for writing and starring in the BBC classic Fawlty Towers and does not receive any royalties from that show. Speaking on the Show Talk podcast about his time on the shows and the payments he received from the BBC, he said, "I only did 3 series of Python and a couple of series. Just 12 programs, of Fawlty Towers, and I used to say I did a lot of work for charity, most of it for the BBC.